Hello there, my name is Rachel. I can talk about animation, and today we'll talk about season 2 of The World Trying to Take Me Down. Some of you right now are a little confused. What do you mean season 2? Well, there's officially 2 seasons. Season 2 and season 1, you do not need to see both seasons. Each season is sort of its own thing. You just follow the main lead. It sort of followed sort of the solution of the problem of that season. Season 1 called Follow Down the Line, and the title itself has a lot of meaning of season 1 because you get it when you get into the series what he means follow down the line. If you don't know what he means, basically it's sort of kind of like trying to follow a plan to be successful in your own future or sort of control of your own life, but at the very end you can't follow the down the line because you really don't have control, but you can make your life better while looking at the down line. And that's basically what they're trying to say on season 1. But I did not ruin anything on season 1. I highly recommend watch season 1 because it is hilarious. And also very kind of warm felt and punch gut now words because what happened at the end, like you not paying attention and reveal what Zero Words is going from. He was moving to point A to point B. You realize, oh, this is happening. This is where we're going, and that's this thing just grabs you because they talk about death about season 1, and you just get it. Like you kind of want to cry, understand Zero, what he's sort of avoiding so much about the situation he is. I'm trying to be vague here, not to ruin season 1. But after that, I highly recommend season 2. Zero is now successful, but he's successful and people know who he is. It lives into a certain situation about political things like the refugees who are trying to live in their own streets. Other kind of organizations don't like them because they fear they're evil because they're foreigners. And Zero doesn't want to do anything. He has an opinion like always, but yet he voices like the plague and walk away. But it's something apart of him, he needs to say something because one of his friends who trying to rally to stop it went to jail. He asked this question: what is my responsibility to talk to the friend who went to jail? And you think, oh, okay, it's just a kind of like a running gag. But they ask the same question later on in the series because things get worse. Because you have another friend who not seen over 20 years, used to have sort of like a bromance, like they have like used to be don't like each other, now they're bros now, but they sort of separated in different ways for different reasons. Like when you grew up, your friends sort of go a different direction and you can't stop it. But you find out his friend used to be a drug addict, like he's finally get out, he's clean, he's trying to control his life, but Zero doesn't know how to talk to him. He doesn't know, should I talk about the situation or not? What is the proper way to tackle this? But it gets worse. You find out he is from the other political party who want to harm the refugees. And the only problem is he trying to connect to the old friend. He's like, what is the proper situation? Even worse, he didn't know he was the other party. Even that the other party trying to hurt Zero because he ripped the posters. Not because he wanted to, he's just sort of angry he needed to do something. And his friend saves him. And you find out, oh no, his friend is also with them. You just get more complicated. Even that you find out later on, his friend actually could be gay. Or that character is not sure he is gay. And the only problem is, you find out even more back in the 80s and 90s were friends. Sort of hard to talk about that while being executed because you're different. And it get even more worse that he joined the other party that is sort of not against gay people. So this is basically I'm saying his friend is sort of situation, he either reveal himself or realize he is gay, he can actually be killed by the other party. And it gets even worse. The other friends also trying to stop it, but at the same time, they have their own reason to join him. And it gets more complicated and more worse. And Zero, because he's so well known, put in sort of position that, should I say something? Should I not say something? Should I say something that can make it worse? And that's what it makes it so interesting, because Zero try not to join any party. Like, he disagrees with the other party will do the refugees, but if he does, he looks like a dumbass or a smartass. But at the same time, he just doesn't. And that's what makes this show so interesting and compelling. Zero, like, he's trying to avoid it like the plague, but he has the sort of position he needs to say something if he doesn't want to, but at the same time, it can get worse. If he even does the right thing, he can lose his job. And you just relate to Zero. He just complains so much in a very funny, over the top way that you just understand Zero. He doesn't want to be a smartass. He doesn't want to be that Twitter people. He just wants to do his show, and you just feel for him. You also feel for his friend. He tried, should I help my friend? He's just too lost. Was our relationship? And it just get more complicated than what happened at the very end. Like, the very beginning, it would tell you, it will be a fight. There is no choice. And he doesn't talk about like Twitter fighting, like talking. No, they're two different people. People who talk BS on Twitter, and the people who actually stand up in the streets trying to do something in the streets. And Zero has no choice to be one of them, or maybe. I mean, that's the difficult part. That's, you understand him because his friends, his situation, what is right. It's just so compelling that you just want to cry, especially what happens to his friend. You just, damn, you can't have any control in your life. But all that, I highly recommend it. Especially you want a good dramatic cartoon. Also funny, but it's not as funny as season 1. But it still grabs your attention because they keep trying to make it funny. And it works. But once more, I think season 1 is more funnier than season 2. It's still funny, it's still enjoyable. I still recommend it. It's not like highly recommended, but I recommend it still. If you like season 1, you probably like season 2. But of course, I do warn you, first episode is sort of slow. It still has its humor around episode 2. Like, it really gets there. And all of that, I can't say much. I have one question. Do you like season 2? Do you like this season? You just like me. Hopefully do get season 3. Or you like Divided. It's good, but it's not good as season 1. Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And have a wonderful day. Bye.